Yes, I navigated here from Charlotte, North Carolina, in pursuits for my career as a writer. I've won over 16 awards for my writing, 16 awards and accolades. My most recent accomplishment was the NAACP Theater Award in 2018 for my current production now, which is Ferguson the Musical. When I came here was the summer of last year permanently. I had two different productions of my own that I wrote and was self-producing, and a colleague of mine offered a temporary situation for me and my young adult children to stay. And long story short, that colleague got evicted. My initial plan to stay with them and save for a couple months, I didn't have that time to prepare. So long story short, we were told that we had to leave within 2 weeks, and I found myself, homeless ever since, which was about 8 months ago.
And what have you been doing in those 8 months?
Sleeping in my car, sleeping in my car and in hotels when I can.
And was that with your son as well?
Yes, me and my son.
So
Yeah, we're the only family I have here. I know a community of artists that do the same thing I do, but they're either not in a position to help or they don't care to. So it's just a situation where it's just me and him.
was there like a sense of shame, or what kind of held you back from reaching out in those times? Because I know it's not your story is more common than people think. So
Yes, it is.
what are some of those factors, those hurdles that kind of like prevent people from reaching out?
It had a lot to do with shame. It had a lot to do with embarrassment. And I was also in consideration of my son as well, because he's young, and, kids, they face a different type of embarrassment that adults do. And so it was a combination of everything. And I love that question. There is a lot of shame attached to homelessness. And I'm here to say that our stories are more common than you know. Homelessness is not just the people you see on the street corners or laying on the sidewalks. Life happens to people, and your story is no exception to the rule. We're all in the same struggle. Unfortunately, just not enough people know about it. So there's nothing to be ashamed of. Open your mouth like I did, and maybe because of our stories and people becoming more knowledge of them, there will be more avenues and organizations geared to helping people in these unique type situations.